Hi everyone, today I want to talk about a super exciting development from AvaCloud. Now this is one that might have flown a little bit under the radar as it's not as hype driven as, let's say, a new meme coin, nor is it a crazy Ponzi offering massive APYs, but this is big news, especially when you look at how Avalanche is focusing on that all important real world adoption. So I wanted to take a deep dive into a new token standard and why it matters to me, to you and the everyday Avalanche user. My name is DeFi, I am a member of Avalanche Team 1 and I have made it my mission to help educate and onboard people to the Avalanche ecosystem. I create a whole bunch of content all around the Avalanche ecosystem and the crypto space as a whole. So if you do like this type of content, then please like and subscribe on YouTube and follow me across the socials. So first up, let's look at what a token standard is. When we say a token standard, what we mean is it's like a set of rules that all of the tokens follow so they can work nicely with apps, wallets and exchanges. eERC 20 is currently the most popular token standard that is used pretty much across all chains, but now AvaCloud have developed an improved token standard, introducing eERC, the new privacy preserving token standard on Avalanche. Now, privacy isn't a luxury, it's pretty much a necessity, and it's finally here on Avalanche with the launch of eERC, a lightweight, compliant, privacy preserving token standard that is designed for high performance layer 1s. So let's have a look at everything that you need to know about eERC and why it's a game changer for the future of Web3. So what is eERC? It stands for Encrypted ERC and it's a new token standard that's developed to bring its built-in privacy to tokenized assets on Avalanche Layer 1 blockchains. It allows developers and businesses to confidentially manage users' balances, transfers and transactions, all while retaining high throughput, auditability and compliance capabilities. Think of it as the next evolution of the standard of the ERC20, but with privacy baked into it. So why does all of this matter? Now, blockchains are inherently transparent. Every transaction, balance, wallet and movement is publicly visible. Now that's great. That's great for accountability and it's what we love about the tech, but it does have issues for certain sectors, especially when you're looking at ones that want like institutional adoption, so like corporate treasury management, personal financial privacy, gaming strategy, tokenomic secrecy and competitive alpha. Now this lack of confidentiality exposes users and organisations to things like front running, doxing, strategy leaks and more. eERC changes the game for this. So let's have a bit of a look at how eERC actually works. eERC tokens allow for confidential transfers, they allow balances, token ownership and transaction values are all hidden from public view. All of the transactions are verifiable and auditable using specialised tools, and it's got built-in support for compliance and regulation-friendly frameworks. Avalanche's Layer 1s make this even more powerful, enabling isolated, customizable Layer 1 environments that are tailored for performance and privacy. This is really important and has a massive institutional impact. So the reasons why institutions need eERC is because the institutions want to engage in DeFi and blockchain, but currently transparency standards are a major barrier to them. eERC unlocks that by solving some key pain points. It helps preserve things like competitive strategies, so firms and companies can now trade, stake or rebalance without leaking the signals of what they're doing to any competitors or arbitrage bots. It also helps with regulatory compliance with privacy. So eERC supports audit-friendly privacy, so think it's confidential for the public but visible to authorised regulators. It can reduce counterparty risk. So large transfers no longer have to advertise themselves to potential attackers. So this opens up the door for things like hedge funds, market makers, fintechs and banks to participate in Avalanche ecosystems, but without sacrificing their security or any compliance. Now it's really useful for some real world use cases for eERC. Now we know that Avalanche is the place for adoption, so let's talk about how eERC can be used across verticals with some examples. Payments. Now today on most chains, sending funds means exposing your entire balance. With eERC, users can make payments without revealing account balances or amounts, so it's preserving people's financial dignity. User privacy, things like payroll. So in a crypto native payroll system, do you really want everyone to see how much you or your co-workers are making? No, eERC ensures salary and compensation packages can remain confidential for both employers and employees. Use cases like internal treasury. So companies managing funds on chain expose their financial operations by default. With eERC, this enables confidential things like treasury flows, helping organisations maintain operational security and a strategic advantage. Things like gaming and in-game rewards. Now eERC can enable things like hidden crest rewards, so secret inventory assets, private staking mechanics, etc., which creates a whole new gameplay dynamics whilst protecting user data and strategies. Real-world assets or RWA tokenization. Now eERC allows real-world assets to be tokenized without revealing sensitive ownerships or valuation data. Think things like real estate, fine art, private equity, all secured with privacy on Avalanche. Staking and yield programs. Now, confidential staking rewards mean like hidden APRs and payout amounts. It's got protection against front running, it's got greater economic optionality for users, and projects can launch innovative reward systems without broadcasting token supply flows to competitors. So what makes eERC so unique? One, it's built for Avalanche. It's got high throughput, customizable chains and subnet architecture. It's all what makes Avalanche the perfect home for this privacy and to scale this tech up. It's lightweight and compliant. eERC is designed for real-world use, so balancing privacy with the need for auditability, reporting and integration. And it's ready for builders. Developers on Avalanche Layer 1s can integrate eERC today and start building applications that value privacy as a core feature, not as something to think about afterwards. So what's the next step with this then? eERC is just the first step. Now AvaCloud and the Avalanche ecosystem are all building full privacy stack that's going to include things like ZK-based privacy layers, vertically integrated compliance tooling, and privacy-enhanced smart contract frameworks. Also with encrypted subnets and custom layer 1s with native privacy support, the future of blockchain isn't just fast and scalable, it's also going to be private by default. So why does this matter for Avalanche? Now with eERC, Avalanche is leading the charge towards confidential, composable and compliant DeFi and enterprise blockchain. This is real world innovation and it's on Avalanche production grade infrastructure. So it's designed to empower builders, users, institutions and developers alike, and it's a super important step that will all be adding to what we know is coming, the all important real world adoption and adoption on a big scale. So if you're ready to start building with eERC, AvaCloud gives you everything you need to launch a high-performance, privacy-ready Layer 1 blockchain in under 30 minutes. No code, no complexity, privacy is no longer optional, and it's the foundation of the next era of crypto. So you can schedule a demo with the AvaCloud team, etc. if you want to look into that. I'll pop the links to that in the description below. So yeah, I hope that explains a little bit about why eERC is so important and why it's so good going forward for the future adoption of Avalanche and blockchain technology. My name is DeFi Sai. Do jump on, like and subscribe on YouTube, follow me on other channels, etc. and I'll keep you updated with everything going down in the Avalanche ecosystem. Peace out and good vibes.